Okay, so hi there. Hello. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for using or viewing here the videos that I'm about to create. So this is Sir A here, or as students usually call me, Sir A. So here, I'm going to create a batch of videos for you guys to watch and learn all about circles. And this is the first of them all. Okay, so I hope that you will hang on me until the end of this set of videos or this playlist, shall we say, in YouTube. So we're going to start with our basic parts of a circle. So the basic parts first, we're going to start with that one. So on your right, we can see here a circle. So this is the darkened um, thing here is what we call a circle, right? The in the right figure, points Q, R, S, T, and U are all 3 units away from point P. So we can see point P here as in the middle. So this is our point P. And um, points S, or starting from Q, Q, R, S, T, and U are said to be all 3 units away from point P. Okay, so this is our point P here. So this is not to scale. Maybe this is if we're going to measure this is not exactly 3 units, but we're imagining that this is 3 units. Okay. Now going back in our nursery or elementary years, we define a circle as something that is round. Shall we say? I'm going to create it, for example, like that. Something that is round. This is not a perfect circle, by the way. Okay. It has no edges, like a triangle or a square does, or and it doesn't have any vertices, shall we say. So a circle is just round. That's our plain definition of what a circle is. But in today in this video, I'm going to teach you technical the technical definition of what a circle is. So let's read the set of all points. Okay, the set of all points, the collection of all points having the same distance. Okay, the same distance. Okay, from a fixed point is what we call a circle. Okay, so the set of all points. Imagine here, the fixed point, by the way, is what we call the center of the circle. Okay, so imagine this P. So we are on this P point here, and we're going to measure 3 units. For example, 3 units from P to R, 3 units from P to S, P to T, P to U, P to Q, and actually we're going to measure all the distances. This is 3 units going there. This is 3 units going here. 3 units going here. 3 units going here, 3 units going here, 3 units going here, going here, here, and actually we're going to do this in all of the parts, all angles, all sides, all views from this fixed point P here to everything 3 units all around it. Okay, and then we're going to make that um points. We're going to create that as points. We're going to measure. So this is all the points. This is a point, and then what we're going to do is to get the make it darkened. Okay, darkened, and we can see actually if we're going to collect all the points, which are all 3 units from point P, from the center. Okay, this will create the so-called circle. Okay, so again, the technical definition of a circle is, I hope that you understood what I mean by there. Okay, so it's the set of all points having the same distance from a fixed point, okay, which we call the center. So that's the technical definition of what a circle is. Okay, so let's explore more parts of the circle. Let's move down a bit. Okay, so let me fix this a little bit more. Okay, so here we go. So here's the same circle that we saw a while ago. The fixed point is what we call, again, is the center. The fixed point is the center, okay, of the circle. And here in our example, it is the point P in the figure. We will denote this center of the circle, this circle, by um, this symbol, just a circle, and then with a point inside it, and then P and call it circle P. So meaning, in short, we will be naming the circle by the name of the point on its center, or simply by the name of its center. So since the name of the center here is P, so meaning we're going to call this circle circle P. We read this as circle P, circle P. Okay. So this is the first part that we have shown. This is what we call the center. And more definitions before we move on. And we know that we just call this a point, right? This is all points except that one. Okay, these are all points. Now let's differentiate. This point, let's call this point X. This point X is what we call a point outside the circle. Okay, this point Y here is what we call a point inside the circle. Okay, inside the circle. And this point here, I'm going to highlight it. This point here, which we call Z, is a point on the circle. So I hope you know the difference. X is outside the circle, Y is inside the circle, or simply in the circle, outside the circle, outside the circle, and Z is on the circle. Okay, on the circle because it's on the edges of the circle. It's on the edge, or not really the edge, the circumference rather. We're gonna talk about that later. Okay, the circumference of the circle. Okay, it's on the circumference of the circle. Okay, so outside, inside, on the circle. Now, a radius, next in our definitions, a radius, okay, is a segment. So I hope you know what a segment is, right? It's a line segment. A segment is a line with two endpoints. Okay, having its endpoints, which is one on the center and one point on the circle. So some examples of radii. Anyway, the plural of the word radius, by the way, is radii. Okay, it's our line segment PQ. So imagine PQ is over here. Um, PQ is here. This is PQ. Okay, and PQ, one of the edges of the segment PQ is on the center of the circle. The other is on the circle. So therefore, this is indeed okay a radius. Next is line segment PR. This is P here, this is R here. So this is a line segment. One of the endpoints is center, one of the endpoints is on the circle, so therefore it's a radius. Likewise with the PS, with the PT, and the PU. So they're all radius or radii of the circle. I'm about to say radiuses, but it's wrong, okay? Radii will do. So in other terms, the term radius may also refer to the length of that segment that we have talked about. So in this example, circle P has radius 3. Since we have said that it's 3 from P to S, um, P going to S here, going to what is this? Going to R here, okay, going to Q, going to U, and going to T. One more fun fact: all radius or all radii of the circle are equal. Okay, let me put that in. All radii are equal of a circle. Okay, so this should be highlighted of a circle. Okay, so here, for example, circle P has radius 3. Okay, so moving on. Okay, let me fix that. Fixing. Okay, here. For more vocabularies or terminologies, shall we have? Here. Next is a chord. Okay, so a chord is also a segment whose now again a segment is again is a line is a line segment which it has a line it is a line with two endpoints, right? So whose endpoints lie one of them is on the circle, or rather endpoints, both of them rather both of the endpoints are on the circle. So for example, RS. Okay, RS is a um a chord in which I haven't drawn it yet. Sorry about that. Let me draw it. So where is RS? R is here, S is here. So let's draw the line segment RS, shall we? Oops. Okay, let's do it. Yes, that's it. And this is our line segment RS now, which is a chord of a circle. A chord of a circle. Next example is the line segment RT. RT is over here. R and T. This is a line segment. Why is it a line segment? Though it's long, right? Because both endpoints are on the circle. This is on the circle. This is on the circle. SU. This is on the circle. This is also on the circle. So therefore, this is a chord. And also TU, which I haven't drawn likewise. Let me fix that again. Let's draw the TU here. Uh, okay. I just kind of overshooted. Okay. TU. Okay. There. So this is the line segment TU, by the way, or the chord when it comes to the circle. So this is line. One of the endpoints is on the circle. The other is also on the circle. So this is a chord. Next in our definition is a diameter. A diameter is a chord. Okay, take note. A diameter is a chord. So only that it's a special kind of chord. Why? It's a chord that passes through the center of the circle. Okay, so what are our diameters here? Some examples are, in this particular example, we have RT. Why is RT a diameter? Because RT is a chord. We know it as a chord by the definition because the endpoints are on the circle. Furthermore, it passes through the center, which is P. It passes through our center P of the circle. Likewise, SU is also a diameter because S is on the circle, U is on the circle, it's a chord, and also it passes through the center. Oops. It passes through the center of the circle, which is on point P. So therefore, it satisfies the definition of what the diameter is. Compared to RS, look at RS or SR. It's a chord, yes, but it's not a diameter because it doesn't pass through the center of the circle, which is of point P. So it's just a chord. It's not diameter. Likewise, look at chord TU. Line segment TU is a chord because it passes, or rather, it both of the endpoints are on the circle. T is on the circle, U is on the circle, but the line segment itself, the chord doesn't pass through the center. So therefore, it doesn't satisfy the condition that it should pass through the center of a circle. So it's not the diameter, it's just simply a chord. So TU is just a chord, not the diameter. RS is a chord, not the diameter. But RT and SU are diameters. Okay? Now, furthermore, in a circle, the longest chords are diameters. I think that's trivial, okay, to think of because just look at this. RS is this is the length of RS. But if imagine this chord, if we're going to move it in a way that it passes through T, passes through the center, it becomes longer. Okay? And take note, a circle is a set of all points, which is the distance is fixed from a certain point. Okay, so if you're going to imagine one circle here, and then we're going to make a chord from this point, for example, from this point, going to this point, and it passes through the center, it is indeed the most, or the longest rather. I'm supposed to say most longest, but the longest, it's the longest chord um in when it comes to length. When it comes to length. So what is the length of this? Any idea? What's the length of this diameter or any diameter for that instance? Okay. So you can maybe you can try to analyze what is the length of of this point here, let's call this point A, going to point B. What's the length? Anyone? Or you can pause the video and to think about that. Okay, so actually the answer is 6. The length or the measure, shall we call this the measure of line segment AB, which is the diameter, is equal to 6 units. Okay, why is that? Because um, point A to point P is a radius of the circle. Point P to point B is also a radius of the circle. We know that all radii are equal, so this should also be 3. P to B is going to be 3. So we have um, measure of chord or radius AP plus the measure of radius PB is equal to the measure of diameter AB. Okay, so 3 plus 3 is going to give us 6. Okay, which tells us that diameters are the longest chords and the longest length when it comes to circles. Longest length, which is a straight line. So it has a length of twice the radius actually, twice the radius. Okay, so if you know the information about the radius and for instance, we know that the information of the radius here is 3, it's 3 units, so therefore we can just multiply that by 2. So um, if this is 2, if our radius is 2, so our diameter is 4. If our radius is 1, our diameter is 2. In this sense, our radius is, since our radius is equal to 3, therefore our diameter is equal to 3 times 2, which is 6 units. Sorry, forgot the label. Okay, so well, that's it for this video. We have talked about the circle, its technical definition at first. We have talked about the parts of the circle, the basic parts of it. We have talked about the center, points outside the circle, points inside the circle, points on the circle. We have talked about what a radius is, or radii in plural form, what a chord is, okay, what a diameter is, and some measurements, a little bit of measurements this time. Okay, so thank you very much for watching. There will be more of this that I will be uploading, and more of it will be talking about theorems and measurements and so on. But on the next video, I'm going to present more um, things to be defined, like central angle, an arc, and semicircles, minor and major for that instance. Okay, so again, thank you very much. I hope you would like this video and subscribe to my channel. Please do. Okay, and yeah, see you soon. Thank you.